Hello. Here we go. Oh, there we go. All right. See what we're doing. Making a game. It's gonna be coding. We're going back to coding for a little bit. Let me change the category on Twitch. Software. Game development. Yup. Done. I don't think Kick has anything like that. I don't even know how to change the category. Righty. Give me a moment to set stuff up. Is it stream info? What do I do? Just chatting. Right now I'm on just chatting. Maybe that is the best thing for Kick. Just have it in just chatting mode. Uh-huh. Edit. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think software. Edit. Choose a category. Game development. Oh, there is a game development category. Oh, damn, I didn't know that. Well, that's cool. And I guess YouTube doesn't have anything like that. Nope. I think I'm putting YouTube on science and technology. For the category. For the category. Come on, YouTube. Come on. Come on. What is going on? Category. Oops, that's me. Edit. Not made for kids. Let me save it. File name. Dude. Come on. Why does it say I'm not live? What is this? I am live. What is this? Okay, here we go. Oh, there's my stream key. There we go. Details. Category. It says gaming. I guess I should go to education. I'm going to education on YouTube. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. We're going on education. We're going on education. Okay, where was I? Try to get this game working. Let's open up Unity. Just want a simple playable version of the game. So we can play. But shoot. Okay, yeah. I need to code in the win condition. I just need to figure out when to do the check for the win condition. And I'm pretty sure the check has to be on the server. So I have to mostly figure out server stuff. Server stuff. Okay. Let me look at what the database looks like real quick. I need to remember it's been a couple seconds. Whoops. Okay, the database looks like this. Is this still updated? Okay, we have accounts, battle players. Okay. Account, battle players. I think I'm getting rid of battle players. I think I got rid of that. To do, not using this actually not using this. So why do I have it? If I get rid of it, what happens? It's a question. Is it going to break something? That is the question. Get battle info response uses it. Oh. Battle info response. Dang. Hold up, I'm gonna listen to some music. I'm not gonna play music on the stream because, dude, if you're using Restream, you can't use Twitch's cool API. Twitch has a cool API where you can actually stream music, but it doesn't go to the VOD. And so you don't get copyright striked on the stuff. So you can like enjoy music with the stream, and then it doesn't go to the VOD, which is something they gotta figure out. They gotta do that on Restream. They gotta figure out how to get that in. Actually, I can't hear anything. Where's Wavelink? Music. There's nothing in it. The heck? The heck? It's not going to my Google Home. Hold up. Everything looks good. Dude, it's always audio. Okay. Okay, we can figure this out. What the? No, I don't want that. This one. Come on, something. Where is the audio being routed to? Oh my goodness. Sound settings. Let me check real quick. Let me check the mixer. Spotify. It's not doing anything. Okay, well, whatever. Forget about the music. We don't need music. I'm going music list. Just going straight up. Just going on vibes. Pure vibes. All right. So I'm gonna go check the front end. I'm gonna see when it's calling that. When it's calling that, doing that network call on, I think it's doing it. All these new icons. In the lobby, look at the lobby. What is the lobby called? Lobby's called something. We have a lobby folder. Here we go. Lobby view sounds right. Load scene battle. There is no scene with the name in the project. What? Yeah, there is. Didn't we start Unity? Where'd Unity go? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah, right. All right. There is a battle. Maybe it's supposed to be uppercase. See what the scene is called. Scenes. It is supposed to be uppercase. Holy crap. How is this working then? Dude, I don't get it. Is not null. Load the battle. I'll leave it as it is because I am curious. But we do have to fix this a little bit. Battle player is not null. Because we're getting rid of the battle schema. Battle ID, deck ID. If we're getting rid of it, what do we replace it with actually? Not using this. So how do we know what battle ID we're in? Oh, actually, that's just on the client. The client can tell us. Client can tell us. I would like to keep track of it somehow, but if the client can track it, I'm just not going to worry about it. The client can just tell us what their battle ID is, I guess. Deck ID. Active deck ID. Okay, let's just delete it. And I'm just going to delete it from the database. Let's drop it. Whoops. Let's drop it. Drop. Drop it. Here we go. Laters. And then let me update the schema. I mean the database. Let's see. Player schema. Battle player somewhere. Nope. I already got rid of it. Oh, it's right here. Battle players. You're out. Battle players. This also has to be deleted. Okay. So that's updated. I'm just going to say deleted battle schema. Player battle schema. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Then, Let me update the font actually. Whoa, where'd you go? Yeah. Change font size. Font. All right, let's do like 20 just for the stream. For the stream, 25. What's 25 look like? If I go to something I haven't opened. Oh, it's really big. I guess that's fine. Good enough, good enough. But yeah, if I run this now actually, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? We're gonna crash because we don't have that table anymore. So I gotta update that one function that uses this. It uses the table. Let's go find it. Get, what was it? Get battle info. Okay, wait, where are you at? Oops. Battle info. Okay, let's just check this. Dude, where are you? Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Get battle info. Oh, it's like, ooh. It's because it's in this function. It's in this file, I mean. Service.go. We should move it out of there here. Let's make a new, let's just do get battle info. And it's like a plop it. Plop it in there. Okay. That's better. Just import all this stuff. There you go. Okay. Can I like put this on the next line? This line's really long. No, it doesn't let me. Oh my goodness. Golang. Hey Gavin's awesome stream. How's it going? My puzzle game idea is puzzle game. It's 1v1. And you drop like kind of like Tetris pieces on the board. And you battle kind of with Tetris pieces, but it's not really Tetris. It's like you're placing pieces on the board, like making a puzzle, kind of, but yeah. That is what it basically is. Basically, I'm trying to keep the game super simple as possible. Super simple. The simplest. Okay. Let me actually stop. Stop that. Okay. And this battle player. Where does battle player come from? Oh, it actually comes from. I'm doing this. Oh, I'm actually doing it right already. I'm actually doing it right. Oh, so I did this already. Oh my goodness. So what do I got to do next? I got to do the win condition. And the win condition is. Well, like it has to be checked when the person plays a piece. So I have to check the win condition. And the win condition, I am just going to do really simple. Just like whoever gets the furthest up the board wins. Why not? My little cooker? What is that? Whoever gets the furthest up the board wins. How about that? But it has to happen. It has to happen after. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is play card. Validate. Handle pass card. Okay. So right here to do check win condition. And then I have to update the response to be like, win. How about like player 1-1? Actually, hold up. Scratch this, scratch this. I should do the win condition after like 5 turns or something. Maybe after like 5 turns, the game ends. King up the code good? Yeah. We're cooking. How have you been? How's your I don't know if Gavin's here, but I think you were working on like a website. Hey Vamdrick, how's it going? We're back to coding for a little bit. I have to track the turns of the game. Or maybe I wait until there's no more valid moves and then I check who wins. That could be a thing. That could be a thing, actually. That could be a thing. Okay. Check valid move left. And this is going to be a little hard to figure out how to do right. Because let me bring up my if basically if there's no valid moves left, if nobody can put any more pieces on the board. Sorry, I'm not asking you. I'm just talking to myself. I'm thinking about how to code this. I'm like, this might be complicated. If you can't place any more pieces on the board, how do you know that? I think the server has to like loop through every card in the player's hand and then try to find out if they can play any of them. But that's going to be really slow. That'll be a slow algorithm because it'll have to loop through every tile. Every card in every tile. That's a lot. I need to do something clever. More clever. Okay. Actually, let's see. Yeah, I need to think about this for a second, actually. Any player has valid moves. I have to know what cards a player has in their hand, which I kind of do. Loops are cool. I could do it. I might just do it that way. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get around it. Just loop through every single tile. Check. There's a valid move there. If it finds 0 valid moves, then that's it. That is it. Check valid moves left for other player. Because this is after you put down a piece, you want to check the other player if they can play anything. If not, I guess the game just ends. It's kind of a weird way for the game to end, actually. Because, like, if the other player can't do anything and you still can do stuff, you kind of want to keep playing. Okay. Either way, let's just write the function that checks if there's a valid move. Let's just do it. It'll be nice to have. And the way we're gonna do this is check valid moves by getting all the cards in the player's hand. For each card, try to place on every square on board. If at least one card can be placed and the move is valid, then they have a valid move. Okay. Okay, very nice. Very nice, very nice. How do I know? How do I know what's in the player's hand? I believe I have a data structure for that somewhere. The player. We have a player. I believe battle. Let's go to service. Okay. We have a map of battles, battle ID to battle. And in that battle, we have a player map. And the player has this stuff. I am actually not tracking what cards the player has on the server. So that means we can have cheaters in this game. Man, I'm tracking the deck. Maybe I should track their hand. I really should. I really should. Yeah. Okay. Draw states. Hand. I could make it a list of an array of card protos. I could also just use IDs. It probably just makes more sense to keep it as a card proto. Let's just do that. Am I really not tracking the hand? So, like, in my draw cards function, network procedural, my draw cards RPC. What am I doing? I'm actually chopping off cards from the deck. And then that's it. So the deck is getting chopped. And then the card disappears. From the perspective of the code. Okay. So let's update this to instead we are going to, maybe not instead, but we're going to add more. Okay, so if I add this hand data structure that's on the player, I have the player right here. I have to initialize the hand. So before I do any of that, I have to make sure this is initialized. That is right, because it's Golang. So where do I make it? Where do I make it? What the heck? Right here. Make player. All right, let's do hand. Just an empty array. Okay. What was the other thing? Deck? How was the deck made? Is it made down here? Oh, it is added over here. It's added later on. That's funky. Make a new battle. So this all happens in the new battle function. Player number to ID. Player IDs. Okay, yeah, I guess a new battle happens. It takes in 2 players. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. Just add the hand. Make sure it's initialized, and then we are going to, so these are the new card protos. I don't know if this is even necessary to do a loop, because I'm just chopping off one by one off the deck. Why don't I just chop the number? The number, you know? Also, I should make it a constant too. Make num cards to draw initially. Static variable. How do you even do a static variable in Golang? It's just const num cards to draw. Initially. That's a funny name. It's fine. It is fine. So now this isn't just a magic number. Do that. But actually, I think I'm doing that because every time I draw a card, I check if there are any. Yeah, I check if the deck has cards left. Okay. That is an easy way to do that, so I'll just stick with it. But we're going to add to the player's hand, so we just do like this. Nice. Nice. We'll do the same thing when we draw a single card when the turn starts. Write updated deck back to map. Oh, am I not doing that? Holy crap. Oh my gee. Oh my goodness. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Card protos? What is this? Wait, what? Oh. Okay, so this is defined like up here? Oh, yeah. Okay. It's been a second. I haven't looked at this code in a second. Okay. Let's do that. And then add card to player's hand. Yup. Actually, shoot. There's a better way to do all this. So we only have to do it one time. We should util remove first. What is this? Oh my goodness. This feels like we're doing a lot of the same code. So let's not do that. Let's not rewrite code a bunch of times. Try to reuse it. Specifically, this code is like exactly the same as that. What the heck? All right, let's just make a function for this. If length of deck equals 0, break. My goodness. Yeah, okay, I'm going to copy this. Let's just copy it. Just copy it. Let's go down, and then it should be like, draw one card. Or is it just called draw card? Draw a single card from the deck. Whoa! What the heck in Copilot? Okay. I don't want any of this. I don't want any of that. I just want... I'm not sure. Probably want to return an error. Let's do this. Draw card. Okay. Let's copy this. Let's go down here. Okay, what happens? So our dependencies is a deck. Ooh, maybe I should just have a deck data structure. Is that overkill or what? Kind of like the idea. Make a deck. It'll have some useful functions. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Okay, I am going to let's make a new Go file. It's called deck. And I'm just gonna get rid of this. In our player map. Where is it? Where'd you go? Is that in the battle? It's in the battle struct. Why is it in the battle struct? Oh, let's just make a new file called player. We're doing refactoring. We're making it look nicer. Go in here. Okay. Are there any functions that are bound to the player? I don't think so. Okay. So we have a player. Sure. And this, instead of an array, we're gonna have a deck. We're gonna use a deck data structure. Deck. Does it work? In our deck file, we need a struct. Struct deck. And it has an array. Shoot. Okay. Here we go. Cards. Well, this should be type. Type deck struct. Okay. Whew. You made it through optimization. Hell, nice. My UI is now starting to look better again. Dang. What language are you coding in again? Was it Java? Are you making a UI in Java? Java. So I have a deck and I need a function to draw cards. I should probably also make a hand data structure, so I'll just do that too. Now let's call it hand. It's going to have something similar. Type hand struct, and it's also going to have the array cards. We'll just call it cards. Change this to hand. Okay. Sure. Try to, can't. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Wait, what happened? Subjects have arrived? Oh, what the heck? Did I get raided? I get raided by somebody? Thank you for the raid, sir. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for popping in. What do you do on the streamo, on your streamo? I guess I can look at your profile or something. Created 2013. You know he's good. You know it. He's doing game dev.
Booking.com has all kinds of stays because of
loving it. Unreal Engine, nice. And Unity. What? That is pretty good. You're good. That's real good. You have a gift. You have a gift, my friend. Training water and Unreal Engine project, nice. Thanks. Sounds good. I'll give you a follow. See you later. Yeah, I'm working on a puzzle game right now. I am trying to code the back end for the puzzle game. It's like the way the game works is you kind of just put down Tetris pieces. Like you have a board like this, basically. And this isn't the actual game. This is like, dude, I built a whole goddamn website just to debug the game. But so this is like a visualization of the board, but this will be actually on Unity when you actually play the game. And you can put down pieces like kind of like Tetris pieces on the board. Basically, right now I have like a bunch of ideas for how this game can for win conditions. But right now I am just doing something like whoever makes it further up the board wins. So you have to start at the bottom, and then you can like kind of just like build a tree upwards with the pieces. And then that's it. That's how it goes. So that's what I'm working on. And I'm working on the back end for that right now. So we got the deck and the hand. And like in my game, the hand is like the Tetris pieces. I just call them cards. In the game, they actually look like cards. So it's like, it just makes sense. Where was I? So now I have to make the struct new hand. All right, let's do that real quick. We need to make the constructors. I'm also like learning Golang as I go because I don't usually program in Golang. At work, I don't. At work, I program in Java. Probably should have used Java. I don't know. Golang is cool. There's a lot of things I like about Golang. Let's do func d deck, and let's do new deck, and I think I'm just gonna make this empty. We're just gonna make an empty array. All right, and then for the hands, let's do the same thing. Func new hand. Got them. Good. Let's fix our battle now that we have this. this is going to be something like new hand. New hand. Is that all I gotta do? Is that it? It ain't it. How do I reference that? New deck. Oh, it's not supposed to be like part of the class. I don't know. It's supposed to return a pointer to a deck. There we go. There we go. You see, everything's changing now. You see, like the 20s, the 70s, the 90s. Is that not it either? Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. That's it. We got to make the deck. We got to initialize it and then also make the array in the data structure. I can't, like, why does Golang make you do this to make an array? Come on, man. Come on. One of the things there's a lot of things I like about Golang, and that is not one of them. That is not one of them. My goodness. My goodness. But I might actually try Unreal Engine if they use Golang, to be honest. To be honest. But I can kind of see why Golang is not used as much as other languages in the industry. I suppose they just have to fix some things, make them a little better, but they never do. We'll see. New hand. This time we're in business. This time we're in business. And that's an issue because this is supposed to be pointers. Pointers. Okay. Now it's fixed. Good. Now we got to do the same thing for the deck. There's probably going to be some issues about that too. So initialize the deck if nil. Yeah, we got to make the deck here. Set up player's deck for now. All the shape cards. Yeah. Hi, Tristan loves Dance Pokemon Tetris. How's it going? Do you like Tetris? Well, you came to the right place, bro. I guess, because I'm making kind of a Tetris game. And I also work for Pokemon Go. So two things, kinda. Where was I? PB card proto. This is initializing it, but it's no longer than that, so we just do new deck. Now. And this is also scuffed. So, okay, so this used to be code that adds a card to the deck, but the deck is no longer an array. It's no longer simply an array. So we change it to a struct, and now we have to do a function that adds a card to the deck. Here we go. That was easy enough. I actually don't like how I'm writing this code. Hold up. I would like a reference to the deck right away. If deck is nil. And then let's just do deck like this. Let's just snag it. So we don't have to dereference it a million times. And then we just do deck that add card. We get rid of all this. Deck.add card. And we do it that. Well, there you go. Okay, it's a lot nicer now. I think I'm making good choices. I think we're making good choices. Add the clones card. Okay, yeah, I am cloning the deck in a really scuffed way right now. Hard coding, but we will survive. Okay, hold up. I got to actually, what if I just put this over here? So I have better vision of the chat. I might as well just put it here. Huh. I'll have to think about that. Because sometimes I don't see the chat right away because it's on my other monitor. And when I'm coding, sometimes I'm locked in. I spent today converting my UI to a color palette. Some colors are a bit buggy. Wait, what language are you programming in again? Wait, what are you making a UI in? C++? She can't help you there, buddy. But that sounds cool. Sounds cool as heck. Sounds cool as heck. Append the card proto. Yup. Deck. Dot. Add card. Card proto 2. Okay. Okay, let's work with that for now. Now that we finally did all that, we can finally go back to what we were really originally doing, which was this code, the draw card code. Now, a lot of this ain't making sense because oh, interesting. Interesting. All right, let's make the draw card function. Let us make the draw card function. I don't want to call it remove card. I want to call it draw card. Draw. Let's just paste it in. No, I lost my stupid Vim. All right, copy, paste. Okay. I had the same UI 2 years ago. The only difference is I now have 10K FPS instead of 2K FPS. Wow. Wow. What? But I stopped optimizing for speed now. I'm only focusing on optimizing for binary size and fixed bugs. Why do you need 2K? Okay, man, you're putting all of the industry to shame with the 10K FPS when your eyes can only see in what is it, like 2 FPS? No, I'm just kidding. 60. I feel like your eyes can see like up to like 100. I feel like your eyes can see up to like 200 FPS. I don't know. I don't know. If deck equals 0, we throw an error. So let's just do error. Let's return an error. And this is supposed to be cards. Cards. Or d.cards. Return error. How do I do a new error? Return error. What was the syntax? No, I don't want to do a connect error. No, I just want to do, okay, let's do errors dot new. No cards in deck to draw. There we go. I don't need it, but it's just a fun project for me. Okay. All right, all right. Sounds good. This is also a fun project for me. I'm learning all about Golang. Do cards. Cards. Oh, wait, whoa, doing this wrong. Oh no, wait, I am doing it right. That's so weird. I can't even. So yeah, wait, return to slice going when you cut. This cuts the first element from the array and returns a slice, which is a pointer to a section of the array. So I got to reassign it to d.cards. Because it doesn't mutate the array in place, and then card protos. Remove from front. Wait, why am I appending stuff now? Oh my goodness. In memory of Windows 10. I'm going to say I might end its support, but my UI looks like Windows 10, and I'll take it with me to Linux. Are you on Linux right now? What was the point of any of that? Wait, append? Oh, that's what I want to return. We have to return the card we drew. The card we drew. That makes sense. Making a lot of sense. Actually, we're making a lot of sense here. Let's do it this way. This is supposed to be nil. Okay. And then that's our card proto. Let's just hold it tight. Hold tight. Right, updated deck back to map. Do we need to do that? No. We don't need to do any of that. Yeah, we don't need to do any of that. We're not doing it that way no more. Okay. Good. Add card to player's hand. Yes. This is also important, but I don't think we do it in this function. I think we just return the card proto. Looks like that. Okay. Num cards to draw initially. Let's delete this for now. And I think we delete length of deck greater than 0. So this is supposed to be deck.cards. So we don't really need this check again. You'll make the switch when Windows 10 officially dies. Right now, I'm just learning to navigate. It's kind of wild to me how much you can do with a 64 by 32 texture and a color palette of 255 colors. Yes, the UI is very simple because of it, but I like it. Simple is good. (64 by 32) texture. Yeah, you can do a lot by that with that. Is that like one of your textures in your UI or something? Are you making the textures like in a custom? Are you like drawing out pixels and then importing it? Something? But I like using Linux more than Windows a lot. I love it. But a lot of programs, I mean, like Unity is a little wonky on Linux. It's a little wonky. If I was doing web development, that would be different. I really like using Linux because I like the window manager a lot. A lot. Okay, let's delete all this. We're just gonna do deck dot draw a card. And is this taking anything? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is not supposed to take anything. No. Okay. Here we go. And then we got the card, drawn card, and an error. This error doesn't equal nil. Failed to draw a card. Error. Nice. Good, good, good. And then we go to the hand. We need a function. Oh. We need a function to draw a card, to add a card to the hand. Add card. Boom. And that's all it takes. Okay. We should have no errors. Add card, drawn card. Good. Remove draw state from the player. Sounds good. We really could just put all this in a function we can reuse. Like all of that. Let's just try to do that real quick. Let's try to do it. How do I do this? I know there's a super elegant way to write this code. It just takes a second. Takes a second for me to find it. So I have a texture for drop-down arrows. When it gets hovered clicked, I just use different offset into the color palette, but use the same image. Oh, the drop-down arrows? Okay, it's got some arrows. When it gets hovered clicked, I just use different offset. Okay, so it looks like you're hovering it. That's cool. Dang, nice. Super optimized array of indices into the color palette. Damn. I almost just want to loop over all of this. I have like a switch statement. If draw state, so if it's either the start of the turn or the beginning where you draw your whole hand, the only difference is when you draw your whole hand, you draw it 5 times. But when you start the turn, you only draw it once. There is a way. I think I got it. So I'm just going to copy all this code. And then let's do function. Let's just call it draw cards. Let's paste that code. And it's going to take in a variable that's an int num cards to draw. It's got int. We do this. Whoops, num cards to draw. There we go. I guess it also needs the player. Do we need to pass in the player into this thing? Probably. We'll just pass them in. All right. Player. I don't think we need a deck. Actually, yeah, let's just get rid of the deck. As a parameter, we can grab it. Let's do deck, it's just player.deck. Okay. And then for the hand, it's the same thing. It's player.hand. Card protos. Oh, it's just, we got to return an array. we return an array of cards. So let's do it. Yep. And then the draw state. Ooh, we have to pass in the draw state too. Yeah, let's do draw state. What is the type of that? Type draw state. Okay. Let's try it out. Draw state. Draw state. My version had different textures for each state. Texture was much larger at that time. Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Normal. That's how it's done in video games. You just have a different texture for each thing. For everything. And that's why video games are really big. So in here, remove the draw state from the player. Does this make any sense? Oh my gosh, this makes no sense because it's defined twice. That's not good. Let's just rename this to remove. And we do draw state. There we go. And return card protos nil. Good. Good, 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 good. Actually, I don't like this check right here. I do not like that check. Let's get rid of it. I need to throw an error if I run out of cards. Do not silently fail. Do not silently fail. Because then you're going to have to debug really hard later. So just throw the error. And make it loud as possible. Loud as possible. Unresolved reference. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Drawn card. Card protos.append. Okay, we append it. Do the logic. Okay, so now what is this break stuff for? Do we need to break? I don't think that's a... The breaking is confusing me. Let's get rid of that. And this should be like else if, I guess. Instead of break. Okay. And I guess we should check if they have enough cards in their hand to do the drawing. Maybe. I guess we just do it in here. Why not? Okay. Check if the player has enough cards in deck. Okay, cool. I like that. I like that. So now we can just delete all this. Yeah, let's just delete it all. We're going to do card protos and error equals drawn cards, draw state. Okay. And actually, we're looping through the draw states. I guess that's what we got to do to make it automatic. Huh. Yeah, I guess that's what we got to do. Okay, so the error needs to be defined somewhere. All right. Really? Can't just error? Okay, let's just do var error. Unused variable. Well, let's not do it here. Okay, let's delete all this code. What did I have before? I'm just doing one. Hard coding one, right? Yeah. Okay, we draw one card. We draw one card. Num cards a draw. That's not a thing. That is not a thing, is it? Let me see. If true, draw from the hand. Got it. We're not even using this anymore. Yeah, let's get rid of that. What am I doing? Okay. Let's regenerate the protos. Which is, we got a CD out and then type and do buff generate. YAML doesn't exist. Oops. Okay, never mind. I was in the right folder. Buff generate. Ooh, we got an error. What was it? Lobby.proto. Okay, let's fix this. Yes, this does not make sense anymore. And basically, we just want a battle ID. Whoops. Battle ID. What is my IDE doing? Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's regenerate. Good. Okay. We got stuffs to fix. Oh, I gotta move my legs. Okay. Phew. I'm just gonna hard code one. We'll do one card to draw. We're drawing one card. Okay. Error. And then at the end of all this, if error does not equal nil, let's return the error. Good. Phew. Okay. We figured that out. We got this hand sort situation sorted a little bit. This is unused for some reason. We don't need it. Just get rid of it. There's another error. Draw hand. Oh, ooh, yeah, we don't want that either. No, that's not even a thing anymore. Draw cards, and then if card protos equal nil, failed precondition. Code failed precondition. No draw hand state found. I guess that's an error. But I don't think that's the error message I would write. I would just say card protos. No cards drawn. That's it. I don't know what the reason would be. But I guess we check anyway. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with this, how this is looking. So we're updating the hand now. We have to update the get battle info. Get battle info. There's going to be errors here. Battle ID. Unresolved reference. Really? What happened? Battle players. Yeah, this is code that's not going to make sense anymore. Because the battle player schema no longer exists. Do I use this function anywhere? I have to clean up this code. This is the DB. Get path card by ID. I do use it. I do use it. But I can't use this card anymore. I mean this code. So I'm just going to delete all of it. We're just going to delete all of it. It's all gone. It's all gone. And I think I have to update the interceptor also. Battle interceptor. Our request interceptor was getting the battle ID, but battle player, but we don't use it anymore. New context. Okay. It says battle player key. Just delete it. Rename constant. What is wrong with the... Why is it underlined? Name starts with package name. I see. I don't like that. I do not like that. I'm going to delete all this code. Hopefully this simplifies. Wait a minute. Unused variable? Is it? Where was it used before? Oh. So we don't need it? Get the player ID from the context. Wait a minute. Get battle ID. Wrap urinary. Wrap streaming client. Get battle ID from header and inject into context. We still need the battle ID. What am I doing? What am I doing? Hey, Ghosted Hook, how's it going? Howdy, howdy. What am I doing? Actually, I think I'm being a dummy. We don't need the battle player, but we do need the battle ID. Get battle ID from header and inject into context. So the client is supposed to send the battle ID back on every single call, which makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. This is a funky name. We inject the battle ID into the context. I am wondering where the player ID gets injected, actually. Where is the player ID getting injected? We're definitely injecting it somewhere. Battle interceptor. Get the player ID from the context. Yeah, what? Well, what? I need to understand this again real quick. It's in the auth interceptors. Inject player ID. Check mark. Check mark. Well, these interceptors, how does okay, if I go to server, I add interceptors. Battle interceptors. Oh, it puts both of them in. Okay. That's crazy. But it works. It works. It's crazy. Man, when I set this code up, I can't believe I figured out how to do all that. That's crazy. Just a little proud of myself. Just a little proud. a little proud. Okay. We're getting the player ID. We don't really need it anymore. We just want the battle ID, and we're doing that right here. We're doing that right there. So all I got to do is that, and then that's it. Okay. Whew. Figured that out. Get battle players by player ID is no longer a thing because I deleted it. All we have is this get path card by ID, and I actually don't like that this function is in this random db.go file. I need a home for the path stuff. I need a home. It needs a home, but I'm gonna figure that out later. So let's just. We need a new way to get the battle. So in that case, we don't get battle players by player ID. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. We are just going to get the battle ID. So get battle ID from context. If not okay, player ID missing from context. I really got to do that every time. Do I really? That's other stuff I can probably put in a function. You know what? I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. Get battle ID, get player ID, and get battle ID all in one. All in one. Battle ID key. Oops, I deleted it. I might have deleted it by accident. Let's go back and... Wait, I didn't delete it. Battle ID header. Battle interceptor. Battle ID key. It's still here. Why is it defined here? Oh, man. Okay. Let's. I had a reason to define it here. The reason left me. But I guess all I got to do is do battle. No, I shouldn't have to do that because it's in the scope. Oh, I do have to do that. What? Okay. Okay. Let's rename this though so it stops yelling at us. So let's just do ID. It's in the battle. Dude, I do not like this. Ooh. Ooh, okay. What a weird rule. That's like Golang is like if it starts with the package name, the IDE gets mad. But I can't ID oh my gosh, context ID. Context key. Battle.context key. I'm just gonna get super confused. Can we just ignore that? Ignore that rule for a second? Can we? How do we ignore a rule? Specify type expressly. Oh my goodness. Okay. Battle ID key. We could just call it header key, I guess. Header key. Why not? Wait, unexplored constant will no longer... Oh, it's because I made it. I made it private because Golang, if the first letter is lowercase, it's private. Header key. Header battle ID key. There we go. That works. The player ID is in the auth service. Okay. Auth service. I see. Okay. So that's why it doesn't really complain about that. Let's rename that just to have consistency header player ID key. Okay. So none of these are not used. I got to fix this. So we're going to do get the battle from the players from the session store. Yeah. Can we do that? New battles, battle ID. Okay, cool. We got the battle players. Actually, does that work? This function is basically just to tell me if I'm in a battle or not. And the only way I do that is, yeah, at this point, now that I think about it, if I go to, I don't think I'm going to have the battle ID. Yeah, I'm not going to have the battle ID. What am I doing? Because if I go to the lobby interceptors, there's going to be new ones for the lobby. And it's only going to have an auth interceptor. It's only going to have the auth interceptor. So it's going to have an auth interceptor. Yeah, I should, maybe I should rename this to lobby interceptors or something. Where is this used? Yeah, let's rename that. Lobby interceptors, aka the one auth interceptor. So I'm not gonna have a battle ID. So I would have to loop through every battle and check if I'm in the battle. That sounds like a lot. Oops. Sounds like a lot. Multiplayer fun. Hey, like interactive. What is up? What is up? Multiplayer is fun. It is fun. It's really hard. Really hard to make. So this is for the rejoin logic of the game. If one of the players disconnects or leaves the game or crashes or something, all we have is the player ID. What we could do, which works if not a lot of people play my game, is I could just loop through every single battle. Loop through every single battle and check if they're in any of the games at all. Okay. I think I actually, okay, wait, I think I have a better idea. We have a lobby store. Oh, that's not an idea either. That's not an idea. We might need a new map. We might need a map of player ID and battle. And that would be more of something, that would be like a database thing. I feel like that was a database. That could have been a database thing. Oh, I'm writing it in Golang for the back end, and the front end is in Unity, so it's in C#. I would use ports, then have multiple battles on one instance. Use ports. Right now I'm like I'm writing the Golang server, and I'm just gonna host it on, I'm just gonna like get like an AWS server, just rent it out. Probably for like $6 a month. And then everybody's gonna connect to that server. Loop through say 100. Yeah, I'm like deciding if I want to just, like, one thing I could do is make a new map here that's like map of player ID to battle. And then I can just like use a hash map And then that will be really not expensive to check if a player is in a battle. But now I have to like track this new state. And I'm like, do I want to add new state and make it more complicated, or do I just want to loop through the everything forever? Just loop through all of it and call it, and then it's fine. So I'm like on the fence right now. I think I just go with looping through everything or something, because I feel like this is a scaling optimization that doesn't matter, because it's like if I get like 1 million players, then this is more of something that matters. But I only have like 1 player so far. Need multi-thread if you loop? That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, so instead of adding state, let's see. You know what? Let's just have the client track the battle ID, because that's really all I need. That's really all I need. And so if it has a battle ID saved, we can try to rejoin it. So like I'm thinking the client Unity just saves the battle ID in their player preferences on their device. Is that a bad idea? Sounds like a good idea to me. Sounds like a good idea. You know what? Let's do that. Let us do that. Okay, I'm going to go to the battle info. I'm just going to have the client track the battle ID. And then I don't have to do any looping. So we have the player ID, and then we're going to get the battle ID from the request. So I'm going to update the request. String battle ID. It already knows what I want. And the battle ID is going to come from the request. So let's see. We want, why is it called C? C.message.get battle ID. This is supposed to be request. Request and get battle ID. Why is it not? Oh, it's indexing. There we go. Get battle ID. But now that means I have to go to the C# code, aka Unity, and I have to make sure the battle ID is saved. And I get the battle ID when the game starts. When is the battle ID first created? That is when I need to save it into a file. But then you get people spoofing battle ID. That is a really good point. That is a really good point. I could, so like, here's what I can do then. If people try to spoof the battle ID, actually that is a really good point. But there is I could just validate that the player is in the battle. So I have like a map of a battle ID to battle, and that has a list of players in the battle. And so I just have to validate that the list matches the player. So like and that's why I have this player ID. So that is a really good point, and I'm going to write a comment not to forget to do. Validate player is actually in the battle. Very nice. Yeah, so let's go back to the client. And let's just make sure that the battle gets saved. Thinking it gets on setup finished might be the place to save the battle ID. It's either that or join battle. I have a join battle thing here. Yeah, join battle. Ooh, we do get the battle ID from this. Okay. Project state. Battle ID. Clean up join battle. Okay, write battle ID to player prefs. There we go. Just like that. And then now we can try to rejoin the game over here. So this get lot battle info now needs the battle ID. So I'm going to do string battle ID. And the request object is going to have the battle ID now. So like that. Boom, boom, bang. And okay, we got to get the battle ID from the player prefs. So let's just do player prefs, get string. No, we want the battle ID, not the player ID. Is that how it works? Let me just make sure. I hate using strings like this. I'd rather use an enum, but we're doing things fast. Lobby client. And we're saving it to battle ID. Yeah. Should I just make an enum for that, dude? Should I? Probably should. Where would I even put it, though? Well, I'm not in the... I'll think about it. For now, let's do battle response. Battle player is not null. So we'll do... I think the response just needs to say if they're in the game to make it simple. So let's update the response and just be like Boolean in battle, yes or no. And so on the front end, we can just be like in battle, if they're in the battle, we join the battle. Just like that. And let's just make this capital letter so it's not yelling at us. Okay. And then the battle ID, we just update it to what was in our player prefs. And okay, we should just save this outside into a variable. Let's just do string battle ID equals what was in our player prefs. And player prefs are just, it's just a file that Unity uses on the computer. So it's like Unity like can write files onto your phone or game or computer and read from it. It's like the documents folder, I guess, or something. I don't know what Unity uses. Just trying to think ahead. It's good. That's good. I like it. Battle ID. Very nice. And then battle ID just equals battle ID. Just like that. Nice. Okay. Check if in a game already. If so, enter the game. Yes. Okay. So that's done. And I think that compiles. If we go back to Unity real quick. Recompile. Nope. There's an error. Draw hand equals true. Oh, yeah. That's not even... We're not doing that no more. We can just delete it. Compiling. I think we're good. So let's go back to the backend code. Get battle info. And now we get the battle. Stop battles. Yeah, this is no longer battle player. This is just battle. And we could loop through the battle players. Why do we want to do that though? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Okay, yeah, none of this makes sense. We're not going to use that. That was old code. All we want to do is check if the player's in the battle. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what Copilot's up to. But the way we're going to check is we're first going to get the players in battle. And that's going to be something like battle dot player number to ID player map. We could use either of those. Let me go to player map. It's a map. We don't actually have a list of player IDs, but we have a map. And we can just get the keys. Optional can be used for player-specific data. Yeah. So how do I get the keys for... How do I get only the keys? Get keys from player map. Maybe Copilot can help me out. Maybe Copilot can help me out. Maybe not. There's no function to get the keys. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to ask ChatGPT. In Golang, how to get only the keys from a map. What is this? What is this? I do not like it. This is one of the reasons why Golang ain't it sometimes. This should be dot get keys, but it ain't. I gotta loop through everything. I gotta loop the loop. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're gonna loop the loop. Let's do for player key. Okay. If player key equals player ID. Yeah. Players in the battle return the battle info. We don't need to redo anything like that. We just got to do in battle true. Okay. Otherwise, we just do false. In battle false. All right. That sounds a lot better. Get rid of this to do. It is done. Let's rerun the server. Rerun the server. And I did all this stuff, but I was originally just trying to do the win condition. Battle player key. Ooh, yeah, none of this makes sense no more. End game? Where does this used? Or is it even used anywhere? Battle.connect.go. It's not even used anywhere. It ain't even used anywhere. But I have a function for some reason. Let's just get rid of this. We need the battle ID. Okay, let's just get the battle ID. Battle ID. Battle.header. Wait a minute. Why can't I get the header? Oh my goodness. Header battle ID key. Yeah, that's what it's called. Header battle ID key. It won't let me. Argument count mismatch. Okay, something is funky. I'm in the battle package, which should be good. Let me go up here. How am I getting the battle ID? Header player ID key. Auth service is this. Yeah. What is going on here? We're in a battle? Okay. Oh, we're in the same package. Dude. Okay. Okay, that's why. I'm dumb. I'm a dummy. Let's see. So we just do, let's just validate. Not okay if it's okay. Battle ID missing from context. Yep. And then here, we don't use battle at player anymore. It's just straight up have it. The battle ID. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Battle player dot ID. We're just going to use a player ID for that. And actually, okay, let's just write that function that gets both for us right out the gate. I'm going to do that in the service get battle. Maybe I should be using this function. Remove board function get context values. And I'm going to paste this in there. And let's get the player ID. Player ID. Okay. I guess we just pass in the context. So let's just do it. String, string. Extract the player ID from player ID and valid ID from the context. Yes. Okay. Not okay. Player ID, valid ID missing. Good. And then finally we return both. Nice. Okay, why is that an issue? Okay, there we go. Get context values. Love it. All right, so now we got get context values. Nice. Player ID. Send to opponents by player ID. Yeah. Okay, so we just put player ID here. Boom. Everything's working out. Okay, that solves that. I don't know if the end turn function's broken. Likely story. Okay. Let's try not to break the end turn function. Okay, let's delete this. Get context values. Battle ID. I don't know if we need the player ID. We'll just do that. Battle player. So we're just going to do check if it's your turn. All right, we need the player ID again. Player ID. Battle state, current player turn ID. Okay. Session store, get opponent ID. What does that do? Battle ID, player ID. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this gets the, I use my ID, and if it's not, I just get the other player's ID. Got it. Player ID. I should do it. Is there an issue? Oh. What? How did that happen? session store. BS? Why is it called BS? And also, why is there an error here? Can I assign error to error in multiple assignment? It's because error already exists. So we gotta rename the error to something else. Okay, let's rename it to get opponent error. And equals nil. Okay. Connect internal. Okay, this should be fine. Opponent ID. And then down here, there's some issues. Just do battle ID. Send to opponent player. Player ID to opponent. Okay, that sounds all good. Let's recompile. Nope, still issues. Okay. To do right now, we're going to hack the player schema to give them a default deck. Yeah. Okay, so the mapping function is borked. We thought we could map. We thought. Instead, join battle. Deck proto. What am I doing here? Active deck ID, default deck. We set decks to a new pointer. Oh. Okay. Does this make sense? Am I saving the player schema after I do all this? What am I doing? Does it make any sense? Battle starts. This doesn't make any sense. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Oh, I'm sending the player schemas down over the wire. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Let me see. Let me see. We're pulling in the player schemas from the database. Lobby.player schemas. Lobby.players. Stream. Okay. Okay. man. None of this makes sense. Let's see. Okay, it makes sense. Sort of. This. Okay. LO package. I'm using it because it was supposed to make things easier because it lets me use map. Supposedly. Allegedly easier. Return card ID. Okay. So we're getting card IDs. Looks like. Why am I sending that over the wire, actually? What is the point of all that? Join battle. The response is just the battle ID and the player schema. Player schema dot deck. We append their deck. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter too much. So why? Okay. So why is this complaining? Cannot use as a type. Wait, I can't even see the error. What's the error? Open up. Okay, let me just go over here. Cannot infer type T. Cannot use battle. Okay, cannot use this as the type T. Yeah, that's because the deck is no longer an array. So I have to do something like cards instead. But I can't because it's in a different package. So we're going to deck. Cards is hidden. I mean, I guess I could just write a getter. Get cards. And then this will not be upset anymore. Okay, I can do that. Okay, that fixes the issue, but I am wondering what the point of all this is anyway. Maybe I shouldn't question it for now. I am sending all the IDs of all the cards back to the client. Right now, we're going to hack the player's schema to give them a default deck. That's fine. That's fine for now. Okay. I'm going to write a note here to do. We don't need the opponent deck here. Opponent's deck here. Yeah. Okay. Just a to do. We'll fix that later. It won't break the game. But let's rebuild the server. Another issue. Get DB session. Battle player schema. Add deck ID when players can choose deck. Nope. We're not doing any of that anymore. Create battle player. Yeah. We don't need to do any of this. We do not need to do any of this. We are just deleting this. It is empty. It is empty. And this, okay, let's create battle player is no longer a thing. I can just get rid of it, I guess. No, is an error? Oh, I'm looping. I am looping. I think we delete this whole loop and we're good. I think we're good. All right, let's run it. Let's run it, see if it works. Okay, we're live. Phew, got to test it out now. Oh, dang. Okay, I just still don't have the win condition in the game yet. Okay, I gotta code that. Before we test it out, let's just try to write that out. And the win condition is going to be play card. Validate, request to do check win condition. So this is where I was doing. So all that work I just did was just to get to this point. And now we loop through every card in the hand. We write a function. So let's like check if move available. Loop through every card in the hand and see if any card has a valid move. Okay. So let's see. Check if move available. It takes a player and the battle. And we're actually going to loop through not the deck, but the hand. Cards. Okay. I think in the play card RPC, I already have validation methods that I can reuse. So that means, okay. Path card to card proto. Okay, so that means in the validate function, validate play card. I have a bunch of, oh my gosh. Is within bounds. Is occupied. Yeah, I need to wrap this into some function that I can reuse. And I don't think I need to validate everything. Mostly I'm talking about the game logic with the board. So basically is within bounds, is occupied. Check if possible move to the path. Is within bounds. How is this working out? Okay, that's not what I'm trying to do. Hold up. Where's the play card stuff? That is not the validation I'm looking for. Handle path card. Get path card by ID. Send. Place shape. Ooh, that sounds right. Path card to card proto. Place shape. Boom. Can play shape. I already have a function for this. Center offsets. So I need to copy this. Yeah, I need to copy that. Let's go down here. Check if move available. Player map. We don't need that. Offsets. Shape. Okay, so we got to loop through the hand to get the shape. So deck. So we hand. Get cards. Or just cards. We're looping through everything. And the card has a shape. Hopefully. Maybe not. Wait a second. It's got to be shape card. So we're just going to hard code shape card. Shape. Does the card proto not have shape? It's a one of. Oh, it's just called path card. That's right. Path. Get path card. Cannot use as a type shape. And then we get shape. Okay. If I use anything other than a path card, this all breaks, but whatever. Whatever. We're just using path cards for now. But I could just write to will break if will break when we introduce new card types. All right, good enough. Okay, and if we cannot place the shape, we just do. Oh, we need to pass in the battle. Okay, center. What is the center? What do I mean by that, actually? Let me go to the function. Center. Oh, that's the request. Okay, I could pass in the request or the coordinates. What's the type? pb.coords. All right, let's do target. Or let's do request chords. Pointer to chords. And then for the center, we do request chords. Actually, you know what? That's not right. That ain't right. We are going to loop through the entire board for this. So it's a double for loop. Loop through entire board and check if the card can be placed. So oh my gosh, this is a triple loop. A triple for loop. Oh my goodness, dude, this is the grossest code I've ever written. All right, we're going to loop through the hands, loop through the board width, and loop through the board height. We're just crazy. We're crazy like that. Sometimes you got to get crazy. So let's do battle board. Is there a length? The board is just an array. I guess we have these constants. Okay. So we could just do board width. Board width. Board height. I have managed to add new features and stay under 100 kilobytes. I don't know how long I can do this. I might break for the 100 kilobytes soon. You got to cut loose. Maybe you just got to cut loose. 100 kilobytes, man. Okay. This game is definitely a lot more than 100 kilobytes. To do will break when we introduce new card types. Yeah. Okay. So we got the triple for loop. We're forgetting a closing bracket. Okay. We're actually forgetting another closing bracket. Okay. Phew. And then the center is, we're going to make a new pb.chords. X is X. And y is y. Is this not going to work? Can I use type int as int32? No way. No way. How do I cast this to int32? No way, dude. No way. Why did I do that? I defined it as an int32. I guess it makes sense. Okay. Screw it. I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT. How do I cast? Every now and then I have to ask ChatGPT something. X and Y need to be int32 for the proto. In Golang. Send help. Send help. ChatGPT. Yup. Yes, sirree. Yes, indeed. So that's how I do it. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. int32. All right. To do. We'll break when we introduce new card types. Yup. If can't play shapes, we return false. And if this all makes it through, we return true. There we go. We have invalidation. Fortunately, I must say goodnight. No worries. Thanks for coming to the stream, Bamberg. I will see you next time. We'll go strong for a little longer. Can't play shape. Okay. Check if move available. Yes. Yes, yes. So now... Actually, let me see. Check win condition. Actually, I think we want to check if the move is available right away. And if it is, we just end the turn. Let me think about that. My body is a demon, needs sleep. Yup. I wish I could code for another 10 hours. Dude, it sounds like you code all the time. It's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, so I guess at the beginning, we do the check every time. We got to do it at the beginning, I think. Validate play card. Battle and the player. Okay. This does a whole bunch of validation, but what I want to do, I guess I do it in here. Yeah. Okay. Get the player from the session store. Do I need this? Let's do a check if any possible move is available. And actually, if there's no possible move, I need the client to know that. I can't just throw an error. And because of that, we need to return the response. We need to return the response. So let's do PB dot play card response as one of the things. And we're just gonna do nil here. There. Add a new field. Should fix it. Should. Why isn't it fixing it? Oh my gosh. Okay, we got to add it. PV dot play card response. Okay, we added it. Good. This is, let's do response here. We need to make a response. In this case, we want to actually, well, okay. Player battle and play card response, something like that. No more moves available, and let's just add play card response. No more moves available. Let's regenerate the proto buffs, and then this should give us an option now. No, did not work. No more moves available. There we go. Just take a second to update. Okay. The nil, something like that. And in this case, I think we do something similar. Just we'll just do an empty one. No result. Just like that. Okay. Validate play card. Now, for here. Wait a second. This should be. Oh, okay. I gotta update something here. I gotta update something. Yeah, this is okay. Instead of the response, let's just do the status. Status. Play card response. I can I could just use a Boolean also, but yeah, how do I play card response? How do I reference this? I could just say play card result. Play card result. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Play card result. Play card result. Okay, there we go. Play card response code unknown. Sure. Fix this. Let's just set it to success. Success. PB dot play card response code success. Set it to success there, and then over here, we do the no more moves available. There we go. Okay. Error somewhere? Yeah. Result. And then finally, if result equals no more moves available, we can do something about it. Okay. We return result, no more moves available. Return right away. And then with the no more moves available, we can have the client end their turn. So this is basically so the client can just end their turn right away. Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. Now on the client, if we see no more moves available, they have to end their turn. And maybe we have to save that somewhere because we don't want to have I guess it doesn't really matter, but we don't want the player to end their turn more than once. So if that means they need to be like in done state, where if I end my turn, it doesn't go back to them. Actually, actually that sounds fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like you end your turn, and then it goes to the next player. The player has no moves, so they end their turn instantly. So you can go again. And then you end your turn again, and then it goes back to the player, but they still don't have any valid moves, so it ends instantly, and then you get to go again. Okay, that's good. That sounds good to me, actually. So I don't have to do any extra work for that. I just have to hope, pray to Jeeves that this function works. The triple for loop of doom. The triple freaking for loop. Okay, and then at some point, we have to figure out when nobody has any valid moves anymore. And then that's when the game can end. And then we can check the win condition. So there's a couple ways I can do that. And the most naive way, I guess, would be to just check if the other player has a valid move here and you don't have a valid move. Because, like, if both players don't have valid moves, they both end their turn, and then it's a never-ending end turn, infinite loop. You have no valid moves, so you end your turn, and then another player has no valid moves, they end their turn right instantly, and then it's just back and forth forever. So I need to figure out how to not make that happen. Okay. So maybe there does need to be some state that's like, this player is done, son. We could add state, or we could just loop to the opponent player. So, okay. How about, okay, let's go. I have an idea. I am going to go to my schema, common.proto, was it? No, wait. Let's go to response. Come on. No, I need this. Okay. Play card response. No more moves available for both players. Once that is hit, the game needs to end. So I think I buff generated already. Let's just do it again for good measure. Okay. We generate the proto buffs, and then when it does the check if the move is available. If not, check if opponent has any possible moves available. Opponent player ID. So let's see. This is going to be a little expensive operation, huh? Okay, yeah, we just need to get the opponent ID. Get opponent. I have a function for that over here in the session store. I don't have a session store up here. Ooh, okay. Where do I get this from? Let's see. Let's see where I use it in the end turn. S. So it comes from the server session store. Okay. We could. So we have the server already. Let's do s dot session store. Get opponent ID. And this returns the ID and the error. Of course. Failed to get opponent ID. And then if move is available, if no more moves available for both players, we return the new thing. No more moves available for both players. Else, I guess we don't need an else. We just return no more moves available. All right. It does a triple for loop twice for both players, which is really not ideal. But you know what? It's not that much. Computers are really fast now. Computers are really fast. You could probably do this in like a freaking 0.2 seconds or less. So we should be good. And at that point, if no more moves are available, we go to it. It needs to end the turn on the client. So we need to update the client real quick. At some point, it plays play card. We get the response. We handle the response here. Result. If it's not equal to success, okay, let's do a switch, I guess. Maybe do a switch. Okay, for now, let's just do res dot result equals. Dude, I do not like this. How do I make this? Why is it importing everything? Oh my gosh, just make an alias. Using play card result. Oh my goodness. How do we do an alias in C#? Like this. Okay. There we go. Thank you. So now I don't have to do this. I could just do that. Nice. Play card result. If it equals no more moves available, we just end the turn right away. Yep. If res dot result equals play card result, no more moves available for both players. Game is over for both players. And I don't know, I guess we can debug it. Why not? But we got to end the game. There we go. End game. And then we return. I guess, let's see. This is supposed to be else if. Else if. Is this like a redundant? I guess it has returns. Convert to switch statement. Yes. Add switch section. Whoa. I don't really need any of that. Whatever. Enter an endgame. Got it. Got it. And now we just got to make sure the endgame function is making sense on the server. The endgame. The win condition. What is the win condition? Ends the game. Endgame ends the game and returns the final state of the game. You won. It just says you won. Hard-coded, you win. So whenever happens in the game, you always win. Easy. Easy. Okay. Let me think about this for a second. Send to opponent by player ID. Remove session from battle. I get it. I get it. So right here, we really should check if... We should really check who won. Okay. Check who won the game. Battle state. Error battle not found. We don't have an error for that. What are you saying? Underlying. Ugh. Yeah. New error. Okay, wait. How do I do an error here? Errors. New. Battle not found. There you go. Okay. Check who made it the furthest up the board. So we gotta get the board. We should do this in... We should probably do this in... We need like a board class, maybe. Right now the board is just a 2D array. And that makes sense. Maybe we should just roll with it. Can place shape. Ooh, we got a lot of functions in here. Let's do function battle. I don't want any of that. Who made it the furthest up the board? We'll do board equals. And then I guess it just returns a string. Yep. So, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. We just check. We get the owner ID. Oh my gosh. Copilot's so good. I don't even get it. But we loop through the y-axis, which makes a lot of sense. We loop through the x-axis to find the owner. Return the player ID of the first occupied tile found. Yes. So that gives us the length. Oh my gosh, this is genius. But this is not exactly what I want yet. It's really close. Basically what it's doing is it's like looping, starting from the highest score you could possibly get, and then it's going up the board until it finds the first time you own a tile on that row. I love it. I love it. Okay. But we should make this into like a separate function, I think. So let's do function maybe like battle, and then it's like get distance from opposite end of board. And actually this only works for, it depends what player you are actually. So this doesn't work all the time. This only works for like for player 1. And this is going to return an int for the distance. So it depends if you're player 1 or 2. What is this going to do? What I have to do for sure is loop through both the players. So loop through both players and check how far they made it up the board. So we have the player map, and then let's see. What is this? Calculate the distance based on the player number. Player 2's distance from the top. This is not, we can't do this. We can't do this. See, CodePy doesn't get it right all the time. We do this if it's player 1. So it's something like if player ID. Okay, hold up. This is something where we want to use a player number to ID map. So this is player number, player ID. If player number equals player number 1, we don't need to do the turn stuff. Get distance from bottom. That's not even a function I have. Maybe I should write that function. Yeah. All right. If nil and is occupied, board height minus y. That makes sense. And then I return, otherwise I just return 0. Yeah. This should be right here. Nope, we're missing a semicolon. Okay. B.board. Does it make sense? I'll ask ChatGPT if it makes sense later. I think it makes enough sense. Okay. And then this, wrap parentheses. Okay. If it's player 1, we get the distance from the bottom. Else, if player is equal to number 2, we need to get the distance from the top instead. So it's like, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. And in this case, who made it furthest up the board? Okay, yeah, I gotta get this function in, but I'm writing these other functions first. Get distance from top. Yes. Okay. So we have those two functions, and now we can figure out who made it furthest up the board. We just do for player ID. Wait a second. What is this doing? Does this make any sense? This doesn't make any sense yet. This needs to take in a player ID and a player number. Hold up, hold up. Scratch all this. Scratch all that. Scratch all that. Player 1 distance, player 2 distance. Oh, wow. That is one way to do it. I don't like doing it that way. CodePilot has interesting ways of doing it. We got to do a loop. A loop. Player number. And player ID. We're going to loop through. We have the battle, so we have the player number to ID map. This is supposed to be a for loop. And how about we do something like, shoot, let me think about this for a second. Oh my goodness. Maybe CodePilot was right about this. That's player 1. Okay, we can do var player 1. You know what? Yeah, the loop doesn't make any sense. Scratch it, scratch it. Scratch it. We do it this way. We do it the CodePilot way. Yep. Okay. It's a tie or no one has moved. That is a good point. What do we do if it's a tie? Or no one has moved. That is a good point. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I totally forgot about that. If it's a tie, it's a tie. Okay, so we know we have the function. Now all we got to do, who made it furthest up the board? Player ID. It is a tie. So this is okay. Do I have a tie response? Do I have the tie response? Let me see. Am I going to finish this in time? You won. Boolean it tie. And instead of U1, we do this. Let's do oh my goodness. New string winner ID. That is better. Let's do that. So now we just do tie true. And then that's it. Not enough arguments to return. What does it want? It wants the error too. Wait, what? No new variables? Ooh. This is supposed to be winner ID. Winner ID. And then what is this, Mad Muff? Not enough arguments to return? Dude. Dude. What does it want? Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. This doesn't make any sense anymore. Why is it not telling me it's wrong? Okay, now it is. This should be winner ID, and then this is going to be winner ID. Okay. Is this unknown field winner ID? Like, oh, it's capitalized? Okay. Woo! And then we send this to the opponent player. And we also send it to ourselves. So well, we don't need to send it to ourselves because we can just send it in the response here. Okay, winner ID is this. Nice. Oh my gosh, we wrote so much freaking code without testing any of it. Added win condition. How whoever made it furthest up the board wins. All right, let's just push it. Send it. And we're going to restart the server. It's working. Okay, so now we can jump back to the game. We have an error. Shoot. Okay, well, frick. Okay. In-game response. We got to handle the in-game situation now on this client. Okay, I'm just going to wrap up the stream here. Thank you guys for coming, hanging out. I gotta go to Japanese lessons now. All right, I'll see you guys later.